Okay, so now I have a layer of pasta, a layer of the sweet potato, a layer of the squash, and then what I did was just put a couple of dollops of the quote-unquote ricotta cheese in here. So now, this is what it looks like. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm just going to put another layer of the lasagna strips. And then I'm going to do the same thing and put some squash and sweet potato and the ricotta cheese. And then if you have any extra dough left over, just go ahead and keep putting layers and building them up like this until you use everything that you had made. Okay, now what I have here is I have all the layers finished, and I actually like to end on a inside part layer and not the pasta, because I don't really like the pasta to be exposed in the oven, because then it gets crispy and I don't really like that. The other reason is I just think that it lets you see everything that's in it, and you really get to see all the colors of the fruits and vegetables and your vegan ricotta cheese on top. And actually, here's an example of how I'm just making this up as I go along. I actually had forgotten to put those sun-dried tomatoes in, but it's okay because all we have to do now is throw them on top of the whole thing, and that'll actually give it a nice topping, and it's almost like a garnish on there. So that just adds a little something extra, and it all came out of a mistake. So it just goes to show you I am totally making everything up as we go along here. Now, it's almost ready to go into the oven, but first I just wanted to drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil. I also put a little fresh cracked pepper on the top, and this is a good time to add some salt if you want to put some salt on it as well, just for a little extra flavor there. And it's almost ready to go into the oven. But before I put it in the oven, I'm actually going to cover the top with a piece of tin foil, only to just help keep the steam in there, because and especially with the sun-dried tomatoes on top, mine are pretty dry, so I want to kind of I don't want to lose a lot of moisture with this. I want it to be a very moist, almost like a comfort food here is what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the aluminum foil on, and then I'm going to throw it in a 350 degree oven for about 45 minutes. And anywhere from, I mean, see, this is what I'm talking about. It doesn't really matter what you want to do. You can probably go as little as 30 minutes in the oven, but I want to let it go for the 45 just to go ahead and let all the flavors come together. And then when I take it out, I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's finished. And just one more quick tip. If you actually don't want to waste another piece of tin foil, you can just save one of the pieces of tin foil that we used earlier to roast the squash and sweet potato, and then you can just go ahead and spread that over the top, and that way you get 2 uses out of it before you recycle it. Okay, so now about 45 minutes later, the lasagna is completely finished, and this is what it looks like when I take it out of the oven. And I would just serve each slice with 1 or 2 leaves of the watercress, just as a little garnish on the plate. And on a final note, I just wanted to thank everyone who hung in there for this long during my video. I know it was a little rough around the edges, but I promise I'll try to improve it as we go along here. And in the meantime, you can visit my blog at www.eatingconsciously.blogspot.com. Thank you for your time, and I hope I have inspired you to cook something in your own kitchen tonight.